Ruiz on the resume, put your Bakodis on the resume, the AJs, the Usyks. There's so much. So for him to be sitting it out for as long as he has been, nothing short of a disgrace. Honestly, it's nothing short of a disgrace.
Pro boxing fans here in the famous Alexandra Palace for the very famous tournament, the Haringey Box Cup. With me, none other than DAZN's, talkSPORT, and anyone else's, Ade Oladipo. Let's talk about the heavyweights. A lot of talk about Anthony Joshua Wilder in December. Before that, August 12th is the next date for Anthony Joshua. There's talks with Dillian Whyte, but there seems to be a lot of discrepancy in regards to the money issue right now. If the Deontay Wilder fight gets made before the Dillian Whyte fight, will that Whyte fight ever happen again?
I want it to, personally, but I don't think it will. What are we now, June 17th? August 12th, 7-8 weeks? It has to be made like now. It's funny because one of Dillian Whyte's guys are in here as well, and I must have asked him, I said, look, what's going on? And he's basically just said as well that they're so far apart in money, like so a million miles apart. They're not going to get a million miles closer in a week, so disappointing if it doesn't happen. I think AJ needs another fight. I've said this, I know some people disagree with me. I said AJ needs 3 fights this year. And if the final fight is going to be Deontay Wilder, I don't want AJ to go from Franklin to Wilder. I want to see another camp and another fight in between. And I think for his own confidence, I want him to get in there with someone that's going to bring it on him, and AJ is going to have to dig a bit deep. So I don't know, man. It's going to be a bit weird. I don't know. I mean, I can understand from AJ's team standpoint that they don't want to take a risk. Obviously, the money that the Saudis are going to be offering is going to be a lot. Why do you want to risk a cut, a broken hand? Why do you want to risk that? But that could happen in sparring. Do you know what I mean? I think AJ needs a fight. I really do. And I think Dillian Whyte would have been the perfect opponent. But Eddie made it sound like if it's not Whyte, they still want to go in August. That's what I heard.
They've got 2 opponents. They never named the opponents, but there's potentially 2 other opponents.
Who could it be?
It wouldn't be anyone on the level of a Dillian Whyte fight. That, in regards to a storyline that it creates already, I can't see anyone else, but I don't know.
Yeah, and if it isn't to someone the level of a Dillian Whyte, does it then go on DAZN pay-per-view? I mean, AJ Franklin sold out, but only just. So AJ needs a dance partner. I think AJ's still a massive draw, obviously, but I feel like in order to get bums on seats, he now needs a dance partner. So it's not just a case of finding anyone, you've got to find someone of note. So I don't know, man. You know, I'm a massive AJ fan. I just want to see him fight and continue fighting. Like, one thing that I've always not liked AJ for in the last 4 years, is not active enough. Not active enough.
Just talking about the whole Dillian Whyte thing, do you feel like Dillian can prize himself out of a fight at this point of his career, because he seems to be towards the end of it? Do you feel like he should be or can be prizing himself out of a fight?
No, obviously he is, and I don't think he should be. I mean, let's be honest. When we're talking Dillian Whyte versus AJ, it's not like Dillian Whyte is going to go home with pocket change. Whatever the fee that AJ's team have put to him, it's going to be 7 figures. And I think the team needs to understand as well, the fight isn't as big as it would have been 3 years ago. Like, it's not going to do the same kind of pay-per-view numbers. So, but look, he's got smart people behind him. Dillian Whyte, they know what he's worth. They know the numbers that Dillian Whyte does. So it'll just be disappointing, and it'll be disappointing for Dillian Whyte. Who's Dillian Whyte going to fight? Dillian Whyte's not fought since November. He needs to fight as well. So we need a decision to be made in the next week if both parties are going to fight or just go their separate ways.
We want to talk about that fight touted for Saudi Arabia in December with Deontay Wilder, man. Everyone that I speak to says this is the best fight that can be made in the heavyweight division at this present time. But talk to me about that. Even when I talk about it, I have a smile on my face. Man.
I do. I think Fury Usyk is the best that can be made, just because it's undisputed.
I think what they're referring to is Fury not fighting right now. I think AJ is a bit more active.
Yeah, then this is chaos. It's carnage. Honestly, it's carnage. And that's why I want AJ to have one more. Because I want AJ to put someone to sleep and then go into that Wilder fight knowing he's still got that. He probably has, but he's a bit apprehensive and a bit, hesitant to let it go. AJ versus Wilder is just, I said chaos in Lagos. I wanted to fight in Nigeria, chaos in Lagos. Bro, it's a fight I thought we'd missed. Because they tried to do it twice and they'd fallen over. Any fight in the world is on TV, any. Spence Crawford, any fight, think of it. Bertobiev Bivol. If AJ Wilder is on the TV screen, you're watching AJ Wilder, because you ain't got a clue what's going to happen. I expect it to be fireworks. I know everyone thinks Wilder's going to knock him out. Maybe. But it'd be good to see AJ go into a ring as the big underdog and then have to prove something. I don't know. I think AJ can outbox him, but he's going to get caught. But don't tell me AJ can't knock out Wilder as well. It could, or at least hurt him. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
So we're going to talk about Tyson Fury, man, because still at this present time, there's no fight announced. It's supposed to be April, then it's moved to June, July. Now we've not got a fight right now. For me and for a lot of people that are in boxing, they say, listen, he's still the #1 guy to be the main man in the division. But what do you make of his inactivity right now?
Yeah, it's annoying. And it's not just inactivity that's annoying. Let's not forget he's coming off a Chisora fight. So for me, he's not really had a fight since Dillian Whyte, and even that was comfortable. He's the best heavyweight there is out there right now, but you got to fight. You got to fight. Don't tell me there's no one out there that wants to fight. Don't tell me you can't get on the phone to Frank Sanchez and offer him £1 million, and Frank Sanchez wouldn't get on the plane immediately. Don't tell me Hrgovic wouldn't take the fight for $1 million. Let's not pretend that there's not fights out there and everyone's greedy. Yes, Ruiz might be asking for money, but there are other heavyweights out there that would happily take 6 figures to fight Tyson Fury. Because you know you're fighting the WBC heavyweight champ, and you'll be the man if you beat the man, and then the rematch you're getting paid even more. So I think the narrative around everyone's greedy, everyone's asking for too much money, I just don't believe it. Honestly, I don't believe it. Ruiz maybe, but there's other heavyweights. Go down the list. I would write Martin Bakole right now. Don't tell. I can phone Martin Bakole right now. Martin Bakole would say, "I'll take that fight for 6 figures." There's fighters out there, and it's getting to the stage now where I just want to see him fight. Because when it's all said and done, and we have that all-time great discussion about Fury, he's not going to be in it because the resume is too thin. But right now, there's so many fights out there that can help that resume. Put Frank Sanchez on the resume. Put Ruiz on the resume. Put your Bacoles on the resume. The AJs, the Usyks. There's so much. So for him to be sitting it out for as long as he has been, nothing short of a disgrace. Honestly, it's nothing short of a disgrace because he's got a big promoter. He can fill out Wembley Stadium and he can sell the fight. Get a dance partner, man. Come on.